Good Friday. It's time for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker, and happy 4th of July to everybody out there in America. My show's a couple days late, but better late than never, I say. Today we're going to talk about, you would think I was going to talk about America today, but actually I'm going to talk about three bands from three different countries. And then we're going to get into the top 10 at the end. That's right. And in 2013 will be this coming Sunday. We're going to talk about 2013. We're getting close to the end here. We started in the 70s and we're all the way up to 2013. Holy moly. When this series is over, then I'm going to do the prog bin. We're going to go through the prog bin, all the way through the prog bin, and then I'm going to pull the prog from the other room, and I'm going to add those on at the end. So we got a lot of prog to go through, but that's going to be the next series after I get through doing my year 2013. Then we got to go 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We got to do all those. And then we'll get to the prog bin. But today, we're going to do three bands from three different countries. And we're going to start off in The Hague. That's right, we're going to start off in the Netherlands in a band called Finch. And Finch we got going in 1974, but they disbanded only 4 years later, 1978. Glory to the Inner Force. Now, if you love prog, you need to go ahead and listen to this album, because this album is just fantastic. It sold 20,000 copies in the United States alone. That's right. Formed by bass player Peter Vick and drummer Beer Clase. Peter loved Yes, and Beer loved the Mahavishnu Orchestra. So there you go. So it's kind of like Yes meets Mahavishnu Orchestra. Well, you give it a listen and tell me what you think. But this is Finch's first album. It's fantastic. It's their best album. And yeah, there you go. There's their first album. And I was lucky enough to get a copy of their second album. And it's called Beyond Expression. This is their second album. And it's the same band lineup. But after this album, they had a band, they had some changes in the band, and they made a third album. I don't have the third album. I was gonna get it, but the guy wanted too much. It was coming from overseas, and it would take about 3 weeks. And I pulled the plug on it and decided not to get it now. But I'm gonna try to find one. It's not cheap. It's called Galleons of something or other. Galleons of Desire, maybe something like that. That's their third album, Finch. So I hope you love Finch, and yeah, give them a listen. You might like them. I'm going to go ahead and give you a little taste of Finch right about now. The second band we want to talk about today is a band called Secret Oyster, and they're a fusion band. They were founded in 1972 in Denmark, and they disbanded only a few years later, 1977. They were a fusion group, a super group, and their sound is kind of similar in the vein of Mahavishnu Orchestra, Nucleus, or Miles Davis. So you might want to delve into the world of the Secret Oyster. And this is their first album. But it does have another cover to this album that I don't have. It's quite expensive. But this one here is called The Furt of Pearl. And then their second album is called Sea Sun. Sea Sun. Their third album is called Straight to the Karakanus. The Karakanus. Something like that. Great albums. These are fantastic fusion. If you love jazz fusion, you should be listening to The Secret Oyster. And this one here is called, I can't even pronounce it. I can't pronounce it. But that's their fourth album. And I think that's about all they did, right about that. That was their 4 albums that they recorded during that time. And stay tuned, because I'm going to give you a little treat, a little listen to that right about now. The third and final band I want to talk about today on July the 4th is a band called Kron. And these guys were from Germany. They started in 1970, and they're still going strong to this day. They're kind of like Embryo among these groups that include psychedelic and jazz rock. They are still active, like I was saying, to this day. And this is an earlier album of theirs. Not their first album. They had several. You might enjoy Kron. And this is another album they had called Let It Out. And this is actually an album that I seen while I was out picking one day. And Jack, the Final Martini, said, I can't believe you didn't pick up that Kron album, Art. So I went back. A few weeks later, it was still there. So funny story there. That's about all I got for today. I am going to go through the top 10 real quick with you. We're going to go through the top 10 records of 2025. That's right. We're closing in on a half a year already gone. Coming in at number 10. We're going to do this once or twice a week. We're going to do this all the way to the end of the year. So stay tuned for that. Coming in at number 10. It dropped quite a ways down. Yes. And this is the Record Store Day live at the Rainbow, London, England, 1972. The problem is in this Rhino release that it doesn't sound very good. So that's probably why it's at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is Tori Amos, Diving Deeper Live, on that pretty vinyl. And this is some extras from her live album from her last tour. And this came out on Record Store Day too. This is coming in at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is David Gilmour with Romney Gilmore. This also came out on Record Store Day. See, there's a pattern here. All the Record Store Day albums are at the bottom. This is the single Between 2 Points from his latest solo album. They turned it into a 12-inch record and sold it on Record Store Day. Coming in number 7, Yezda Urfa. You need to go and get a copy of this. It only comes in at number 7 because there's some other bangers that are up here. And this is kind of like a reissue. And it was done by Noble Records in Matthews, North Carolina. You need to get down there and support Noble Records and see Dylan and get yourself a copy of this before they're all gone. If you love prog, then you would love Yezda Urfa. I'm more familiar with their other album they did. They did 2 albums. Hopefully Dylan will do the second album. Then over here we got a new addition to the top 10 this week. Riverside ID Live. Riverside is an awesome prog band. And if you don't listen to prog, or if you listen to prog, you should be listening to a band called Riverside. They're very similar to Porcupine Tree in that vein of progressive rock. But Riverside has a little tinge of kind of like Dream Theater almost. Riverside, excellent band. Their live album from their live show that they did last year. They toured America last year. I didn't get to see them. And I didn't get to see them in Florida, down there in Florida. I actually had tickets for that show, and I never got there. It was way down south near Miami. I didn't make it. It's just, next time they come around, I got to see them 3 times. It'll be the 3rd time. Coming in at number 5 is Pink Floyd, Pompeii. What a great show that was. And I'm sure everybody has seen the video at some point in their life that loves prog. and may even have a bootleg or two of the show. Coming in number 4, Stephen Wilson, holding strong with the overview. I'm going to go see Stephen here come up in September. I'm looking forward to that in New York. Coming in at number 3, Nad Sylvan. Nad Sylvan, of course, the lead singer for Steve Hackett's tribute band to Yes. And that he does a fantastic job, and Nad Sylvan keeps putting out these records. This is his best record since Unifon. The Unifon was his first album out of the gate. Well, maybe not the first, but right around there. Coming in number, goodness sakes, coming in number 2 is the Dominion. That's right. That would be IQ. IQ has got a fantastic new album out, and it's called The Dominion, which is something you need to get if you love prog. You not listen to IQ, I don't know what you're listening to. Coming in at number 1 is the Yes with John Anderson and the Band Geeks. There can only be one Yes band, and if it doesn't have John Anderson, it ain't Yes. Then you're talking about Steve Hackett, Steve Hackett. You're talking about Steve Howe's band, which is Yes Official, which sucks. And yeah, so don't even bother with them. Just get the Band Geeks, get John Anderson, and you'll be really satisfied. Go see John Anderson. He's touring right now through the United States. I'd love to go see him as well. That's another artist I wanted to go see and I haven't seen. So I just got to get out of this chair and go see these shows, I guess. Everybody take care out there. Enjoy the 4th of July, fireworks, baseball, hot dogs, all that stuff. And have a great day and celebrate America. Take care out there. We'll be seeing you on this coming Sunday, just a couple of days. I got a show lined up for y'all. Take care, and we'll see you soon. North Carolina Vinyl Picker, and I'm out of here. I got to go.